Call of Duty 4, so simple, so fun, so refreshing. But was it overrated? What's up guys, Beast3 here. I got you some Call of Duty 4 gameplay. I've been watching a lot of videos by community channels, mainly on Thunderstruck Gaming's channel. I've seen some videos where some people posted some videos saying, was Call of Duty 4 overrated? Is it as good as people made it out to be? A lot of people say nostalgia is a big factor into why a lot of people say Call of Duty 4 was the best or their favorite. There's a lot of contributing factors besides just that, and I want to get into them in this video and kind of give you guys my opinions on it, what I honestly truly believe about Call of Duty 4. Now, as you guys know, this is not my first Call of Duty, but it was one of my first few Call of Duty's online multiplayer that I played, really competitively, and played it for many years. I started with Call of Duty Finest Hour back in, I think, 2002 on the PlayStation 2. Is when I first started playing Call of Duty, but then when I started getting into the multiplayer was around Call of Duty 2, Big Red 1, I believe, maybe, I'm not exactly for sure, and Call of Duty 3. Somewhere around that time, I started getting into the multiplayer, but I never really liked it until about Call of Duty 4 because it was such a refreshing change. And this game was, it made a bunch of sales. I mean, the game stayed at its peak price at $60 for about a solid 2 to 3 years, I believe. It was competing with Halo 3 at the time as well, so that's why a lot of people were still purchasing said game, and like I said, it had a lot of good competition back then too, and I think that's why Call of Duty was really good. That's one of the key contributing factors into why the game is so good, in my opinion. It actually had competition. Now, I'm not saying Battlefield doesn't, isn't competition to Call of Duty now. As a matter of fact, Call of Duty is, losing a lot of fans, unfortunately. But I think they're just getting really lazy, and I can't really explain why they're getting so lazy. It's unfortunate. And I really hope that Sledgehammer can bring people's interest back into the series, because it is a good series. It just needs a little bit of help. It's been crippled over the years, and like I said, I think they can pull themselves out of the hole that they dug if they just do a few right things here and there. And I think they can earn the trust of, the long fans back. Hopefully we can, get a good game that we can enjoy. But we're not here to talk about current Call of Duty. We're just basically here to talk about Call of Duty 4. So another thing I thought was so good about this game was the simplicity of this game. Now, you've heard a lot of people talk about the simplicity of video games, but I felt like Call of Duty 4 had the just perfect amount of simplicity. It wasn't too simple like Titanfall, but it wasn't overcomplicated like Call of Duty Ghost or even Battlefield. I feel like Battlefield is, you got a bunch of unnecessary things in it. There's like 12 different knives, and I understand that it's cool to have variety like that for variety's sake, though it seems like they're just doing it, like I said, for variety's sake, and that's not the way to go about a video game. The way to go about a video game is to make sure the main core functions and the meta part of the game actually work. I believe that Titanfall was a good game. It just didn't get the chance it deserved and the recognition that it deserved, and it just wasn't people's niche or their thing. So that's just how that goes. And some things work out and some things did not. But Call of Duty 4 nailed it when it came to simplicity. They got everything right. Of course, there was a lot of problems with Call of Duty 4, but that's why I'm going to lead into my next topic: the community. Back then, in 2007 to about 2010, was when Call of Duty's community was at its peak of awesomeness, in my opinion. I think that Call of Duty was at its peak as far as fun factors considered, and just all around great games. I think that when the developers actually put forth effort into making the game really fun, that's what you got, a great product. And it definitely shows. Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty World at War, and even Modern Warfare 2. I know a lot of people said Modern Warfare 2 was broken, and that is true, and that, there's a lot of reasons for that. They didn't get fixed. I'm not going to go into it in this video. You guys can probably guess, or you probably already know, but basically there was some kind of lawsuit that went down or something, as far as I'm concerned. I may not know the full story, but that's generally what happened, and that's why the developers didn't get around to fixing a lot of the problems, because they really couldn't. A lot of the main guys got fired or left, and unfortunately that's just what happened with Modern Warfare 2. And after that, I think Call of Duty started to kind of fall apart as far as the innovation and just all around brilliantness that they brought to the series. And Call of Duty 4, like I said, with the community, their community is amazing. I mean, Call of Duty 4's community didn't really care about stats like they do now. It seems like a lot of people nowadays, it just seems like they care about stats. If they're trying to pad their stats, is why they use certain OP weapons, OP class setups, whatever, or they play a certain way to make the gunfight in their favor. Now, I'm not saying that you can tactically outsmart people. That's fine. That's the point of a shooter. But when people play like a certain tactic, camping and all that stuff, there's a time and place for it. But I feel like a lot of people just didn't care about their stats, and that's what made it also really fun. A lot of people just like to run around and just play the game the way it's intended to be played. It's a video game. You're supposed to have fun. You're not supposed to care about stats or anything. If you really want to care about stats and just doing really well, you should try out for like MLG or something if you really want to try to win and be very competitive. That's what I always thought it used to be about. But to conclude this commentary, CoD4 was an amazing Call of Duty. I shared many great years with friends and family just playing this game, having a good time, having some really competitive matches, played a bunch of different game modes. It wasn't just team deathmatch and search and destroy like it is now, it seems like. It was a bunch of different game modes, we had a lot of fun. And that was the point of a video game, was just to have fun, hop on, play a few games, and you're done with your day. Feel free to leave your opinions down in the comment section below on what you think about it and what your favorite Call of Duty is and what you think is the best one. You guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.